Alright people, Catfish Dave here. This is the 4th of July Catfish Challenge. It is a challenge. Number one, it's hot, 90 something degrees. I hate heat. It was a challenge just finding a boat ramp that I had room to park my truck and trailer. There's a ton of boats, jet skis out here making a lot of racket in the water, and I don't like none of these things. But either way, I'm out here today. I caught some skipjack last time I was striper fishing, and so I'm going to give it a go and try to get a fish for the Catfish Dave show on the 4th of July. Heat will be an issue trying to keep my camera running. Heat will be an issue trying to keep me running. I couldn't hardly set a course for my trolling motor because the waves was so bad. It's going to be constant waves, man, from people back and forth all day long. Go ahead and get my water out because I ain't going to last long without a drink of water. Man, it's hot out here. Fresh skipjack. Man, it's hot. That's one thing, when I was striper fishing, I never got my hands dirty, I never stunk. Man, it's hot out here. I hate summer. Summer is a bummer. I ain't catfished in over 2 weeks, and I almost forgot my drag and sinker. I'll have to keep my volume down because I got all these boats blaring this loud music, and YouTube will give me the copyright strike if they can hear that, whatever song that is, in the video. Another pain in the butt. As long as I'm complaining about it, they won't be able to hear it. One thing you will not see today is the boat actually sitting still for even a second. It's going to be constantly rocking. I got Gilligan gonna pull right next to my boat up here. And I've got a wake boat, I guess, is gonna run a circle around me. Due to all the large waves, I'm probably just going to run 2 rods. One straight out the back, one to the left. Something about being in all these waves has done put a bad kink in my neck. I can hardly turn my head. These waves ain't from wind, it's from all these idiots out here. There's just barely a breeze. Well, we've been out here dragging about 30 minutes and ain't had the first nibble. It sounds like some kind of ghetto party going on back there in that cove. I didn't want to start out in a creek because driving down the road it looked like they was full of too many boats. But out here is full of too many boats, so we may drag a creek anyhow. I just want to get a good catfish so I can get out of here. It's hot. I burned up an hour and a half dragging an outside bend right at the channel ledge. Never got a bite. Now there's two things going on. Either there's no fish in this section of the river, or they're up here in this shallow water. So we're starting up on this flat and gonna drag back into these coves and back out onto this flat. Somewhere we're gonna find a cat. These fish might be right up on the bank. There's so many boats and jet skis out here, they might be trying to get out of the lake. We're on a flat that ranges 30 to 35 foot deep. I have marked a couple schools of bait fish. We got up on this flat and we're getting instant small bites so far. Bunch of dinks eating the gut pocket out of them. Typical summer fishing. That's why I hate catfishing in the summer. Don't like nothing about it. Oh, you could luck up on a fish, but nobody comes out here this time of year and catches big fish on purpose. I can promise you that. Somebody out of the 100,000 boats on the lake this week will post a good-sized catfish. And I can promise you it's sheer luck, because this time of year sucks. Fixing to pull off this flat and try even shallower all the way at the end of a cove. Something's got to give here. Well, there's no dink catfish in 20 foot of water. He's gonna pee in the boat. The Boga grip says a little over 4 pounds. Woo! I still got a thumb trying not to get infected, so I ain't getting it all nasty. Fish are in here shallow. Once we got into the bottom part of this cove, started catching fish. That fish has got nesting marks all over it. The last two fish came in 6 foot of water. There he is, y'all. Let's see what the bogus says. Right at 10 pounds. $14 pounds on that right there. Independence Day catfish. Let me shut this camera off so it can cool down. I hope my camera stays on. I just shut it off. Well, I had a lot of line out. Bad fish. All right, y'all. There's another one, bumping the 14-pound range. Independence Day. All right, y'all, we'll get the sun a little better here. Get a little light on him. But that's what a 14-pound fish looks like. These bogas ain't cheap. IGFA rated scale. once we got in the cove where they're at, we're catching them. The 4th of July Catfish Challenge. Yeah, y'all, I got that hook in me from that striper, and that's only been a couple days ago. Trying to keep my thumb clean as possible. I got me some grips to handle them stripers. That's what that boga grip was for. I figured I'd use it today. Fish number 5. Number 5 is right at 9 pounds. Y'all, I'm pretty sure these fish still got eggs in them. I see one with spawning marks. We're pretty much still in spawn. And I figured that early July. It's also why they're so shallow. I'm fixing to run into a campground. Number 6, let me get this boat turned around. Y'all, every time I get up real fast, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. It's hot out here. White bass head got this one. We ain't gonna put him on no scale. He not only come off, he got the bait. Tell you what, it surprised me how much that center rod's getting. Usually that one with the red float don't hardly ever catch anything. It's getting most of the action. I had a good bite on that planer board. I was fooling with the camera, and I kind of heard it by that time you let go of it. Sorry about the sun and the camera. I know y'all can't see nothing. Looks like this fish stuck. Thought I missed him fooling with that camera. White bass head, ornery old fish. Ornery old fish. Better than the last one. Not big enough to turn the camera around where we can see it good. I don't know how many that is, 8 maybe. In a short time, once we found them. That white bass lasts for a long time because it never really had no smell to begin with. Man, it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. I've drank and drank and drank and ain't had to pee all day. I hope this camera don't shut off from the heat. I just turned it off because it was overheating. All right, y'all, I had to take a little boat ride. I was about to pass out from the heat. 4th of July Catfish Challenge. I had some people crying I wasn't putting out no catfish videos. I was striper fishing. Well, I'll tell you what, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I'd hang my rods up in June and wouldn't pick them back up till September. Either way, I came out in the heat of the day, and the reason for that was that's when we had the most flow in the river. I hadn't been on the water in a couple weeks. I'm like, well, are there any post-spawn fish out? I cruised that channel deep, man. There's a bite. Along that ledge, nothing, not even a dink bite. Never even saw no fish. I said, okay, if they ain't deep, they must be shallower. Spent another hour and a half cruising a flat, getting little small bites and no takers out there in about 35 to 40 foot. I said, okay, if they ain't in those two places, they must be shallower. So I cruised all the way to the back of the cove and caught 8 fish real fast. Some looked like they still had eggs in them. Some had nesting marks on their head where they may have come off. We caught most fish between 12 and 6 foot of water today, out here in the heat of July. 4th of July Catfish Challenge. It was a challenge between the boats and the heat. in finding these fish. I found them. If I was going to continue to catfish, I would start bouncing in and out of all these coves just to see which ones had the better fish. Either way, it is a video. There was fish in the video. That makes it a fishing video. This is Catfish Dave with another one. Signing out.